Velachara offers seniors beautiful apartment living. It's a special, secure place to belong, providing choice, freedom and professional care. Each spacious apartment comes with an ensuite, veranda, security and on-call nurses. Entertain your guests in the elegantly appointed shared spaces. Our vibrant activities program will keep your mind and body active. Velachara welcomes new residents. Call us today on 5202 5300 for a personal tour.
Welcome back. The Festival of Sails is the largest sailing regatta in the Southern Hemisphere, held annually over the Australia Day weekend here in Geelong. And this year was no exception, with yachts from all corners of Australia and the Asia-Pacific region participating, as our own lady sailor Meryl Friend reports.
We're down here at the Royal Geelong Yacht Club for the 170th Festival of Sails. It's the largest annual keelboat regatta in the Southern Hemisphere, with over 300 yachts in 20 divisions. And we're joined with Rob Hanna down here at the Royal Geelong Yacht Club, skipper and owner of Shogun 5 and the winner of the Audi Australian IRC Class A Championship for 2013. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's been a long time coming.
Now, you've been a sailor obviously for a long time, and it's also a Royal Geelong Yacht Club winner as well.
Yes, I think, I'm not certain, but I think Geelong hasn't won this championship before. They have won the teams before, but not the individual winner. So I'm pretty excited, yeah.
You must have an incredible crew.
The crew have been working with me now or most of them, for about 3 years. And although we made a few mistakes in a couple of the races, overall they're fantastic, yeah.
There's another amazing award up there on the stage. What's that one for?
Oh, that's the teams championship, and the Division 1 winner for Royal Geelong. So, but it's a perpetual trophy, so I get to look at it, hold my hand over it, and then they take it back off you.
Now, Shogun 5, that means you've had a 1, 2, 3 and a 4?
Yes, that is true. I started with Shoguns in 2003, and this is the 5th one. This is a TP52 designed by Judel Rolik in Germany, and I picked it up in Europe a year ago. So here it is, and it's a pretty fast boat. Yeah. Now,
this Australia Day weekend is iconic in Geelong, 170 years. How does it feel to actually be the winner in Geelong in the 170th year of the festival?
Well, it's taken a while for it to sink in. In actual fact, we didn't think we'd won it until we got to the dock, because we were very close. I mean, the racing in our division was extremely close, particularly amongst the top 3 boats. And we thought that Hooligan had won it, but on a count back we had, so I'm going to take it.
Fair enough too. So how many boats were in the race?
There were 8 in our division. 5 of those were TP52s, which is the length of my boat. And then there was a 46-footer and a 65-footer.
So did you start off down at Royal Geelong in the cadets or anything like that, or how did you get into sailing?
I sailed as a kid when I'm from Sydney originally, on skiffs, but then I didn't sail for 25, 30 years, and I got back into it in Geelong in 1997. So, yeah, nearly 20 years now, sailing around Corio Bay and out in the ocean a few times. So, yeah, this has been a long time coming.
The tradition continues, as you say, 170 years, and we're really looking forward to the next number of years. It's a great event, and it's sort of embedded in the sailing calendar in Australia and certainly in the world.
We know you've been an incredibly busy man. Now, the challenges this year have been a little bit different. First year for you as Commodore and no major sponsor.
Look, it is a challenge. We're very grateful for the support of the state government and the City of Greater Geelong. It's been a challenge, but one thing we've held up high is that the standard of sailing won't be compromised. And while the competitors might see some subtle changes on the shore side, that the standard of racing on the bay is not compromised.
Now, conditions were pretty hairy. Starting off with a passage race from Williamstown, there was a decision that had to be made there of whether it could actually continue with the conditions.
That's right. We had a bit of a hairy situation, and we had a gale warning out on Friday morning, and our principal race officer Dennis Thompson wasn't comfortable in starting them in the gale warning, so we were in close liaison with the Bureau, and they told us that that was their intention to lift the gale warning at their next forecast, so we're able to get the wheels in motion. But we're thinking back, and we don't think we've ever, in the history of the event, ever cancelled a race. So it was, had some significant implications down here, obviously for a lot of people down here that are expecting the crowd down, logistics and obviously catering and a whole range of issues. Yeah. But we got through it, and while they arrived a little late, at least they arrived.
Not on your watch, hey Andrew?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, it was great to see them come through on the Friday afternoon. Some weary bodies, and but they all recovered, ready for a great day on Saturday.
Now, there has been some pretty hairy conditions. There's been some capsizes and people run aground and broken masts.
That's right. Yes, I think as always happens when you get 300 boats congregate in a tight area, but certainly on the passage race down, our latest reports are 4 masts were broken. We had a couple of collisions, a couple of sort of major collisions on Saturday's racing, and obviously some minor bumps. But no one was injured, so we're very thankful of that. So they'll get all repaired and then be back racing as soon as possible.
Must have been an absolutely exhausting week for you. How are you holding up?
Oh, look, I'm looking forward to the hosting the volunteer function this afternoon, and just kicking back and relaxing this afternoon. It's been a big task, but we're certainly looking forward. It's great to see it delivered, and you certainly hold your chest out and very proud of the Royal Geelong Yacht Club. From the Royal Geelong Yacht Club, Meryl Friend, News Geelong.
Thank you, Meryl. Wetlands Day throughout Australia will be the focus of thousands of field naturalists around the country tomorrow, and Geringot Wetland, the freshwater marsh within Belmont Common, Geelong, will certainly attract many viewers as a sanctuary for wildlife within an urban setting. Ian Nichols tells the story.
Tomorrow is World Wetlands Day, and today News Geelong is down at probably the best kept secret in the city. It's the Geringot Wetlands area. It's part of the Belmont Common, and I believe there are more water birds here than there are at Kakadu in the Northern Territory. So there's a bit of a mind-blowing exercise to start with. And we're going to talk about the Geringot Wetlands with the experts, including the Environmental Portfolio holder, Councillor Andy Richards. Well, Councillor, you have taken up this portfolio, the Environmental Portfolio, and it seems now you're just starting to get into it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm looking forward to the challenge of environment and sustainability over the next 4 years. There's lots to do in the portfolio area, and there's lots of people to meet in the community who are involved in environment and sustainability, such as Trevor. And I'm getting to know the people in the area around the issues. I'm very interested in bird life and birds. I've done a number of trips in the last 3 or 4 months looking at birds in different areas around the city of Greater Geelong. And of course there are many other aspects to the portfolio, but I'm certainly enjoying that part of it.
Well, we know that tomorrow is World Wetlands Day, and that's really the main reason we're here today. But this is a wonderful spot, so close to the roadway and industrial area, you wouldn't expect to find it here.
Well, that's right. I mean, this is an important part of living in and around Geelong. The fact that we still have places like this so close to the centre of Geelong, where you can enjoy nature, you can enjoy wildlife, observing it and interacting with it. And certainly I'm very appreciative of the work that volunteers and city officers do to keep places like this alive.
Well, we will talk with Trevor Pescott. You've obviously been involved in this kind of work for many, many years now.
Yes, I have. It's been a passion as long as I can remember, and since the Field Naturalist Club was formed in 1961, I've maintained that interest in the environment through the Field Naturalist Club, and this area here is actually one of the club's our projects, going right back to 1972 when we moved with the appropriate city councils to have this area set aside. So it's one of our gems, if you like, that we've achieved over the years.
Well, I was going to say it could be the jewel in the crown down here on the banks of the Barwon and right on the Belmont Common.
Yes, it is. It is certainly. It would have been a wasteland had we not had to look at it at the time, and since then, of course, the change in attitude toward wetlands has been quite remarkable. But back in those days, the 70s, wetlands were just wastelands. So, it's a wonderful place here, you know. We have the bird observation hide beside the wetland, and people come down here a lot. And I ran into a person down here just a couple of days ago from New South Wales who had come down to look for the spotless crakes that are found on the wetlands here.
At the Gerringott Wetlands for World Wetlands Day tomorrow, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Nico. This is News Geelong. As we head to a break, don't forget Twitter at News Geelong 31 and Facebook, www.facebook.com/News Geelong 31. We'll return with more news after this.